Johns Mannville makes fiberglass products for every insulation need and preference. Batts are panels of insulation that Johns Mannville manufactures in a variety of lengths, widths, and R values. Batts are made to fit within most regular wall framing, which are usually spaced 12, 16, or 24 inches on center. In addition to batts which are pre-cut to specific lengths, you may find insulation in rolls. In this case, measure and cut the rolls to batt length and follow the same installation process. For ceiling and attic spaces, batts of R30 and R38 are common. In exterior walls, R13 to R21 may be called out, while in interior walls where insulation is used for sound control, R11 is used most frequently. Batts are available with and without facing. The facing material usually serves as a vapor retarder and makes handling and attachment easier for the installer. Factory-applied vapor retarder facings are generally kraft paper. Sometimes FSK or plastic is used, as in Johns Mannville's unique Comfort Therm insulation. Unfaced R11 batts are slightly wider than a standard wall cavity to permit installation by pressure or friction fitting. The insulation fits between the studs and no fastening is required. Faced batts have flanges for stapling, which ensures the insulation stays in place. Johns Mannville's Comfort Therm line includes an underfloor reverse flange insulation. This product is specifically designed for floors. It has the stapling flanges on the bottom side and the vapor retarder on the top side. Johns Mannville also makes other special high-performance R-value insulation as well, and easy-fit batts that are designed for easy sizing. Your work order will specify the product and the amount you will need. It takes time and practice to install insulation at a fully productive pace. More important, however, is to do the job professionally. This means fitting the insulation carefully and having the right tools and using them properly. There are a variety of tools you use to install batt insulation products. Utility knives have razor-type replaceable blades. They are useful for cutting insulation and other materials. Remember to cut away from your body and always retract the blade when it is not in use. Some installers use a specialty knife for cutting and chinking insulation. As always, work safely and keep the knife in its protective sheath between uses. You may need a hammer for preparing the worksite or for special applications. You will need a heavy-duty staple hammer or staple gun. Flange insulation offers another solution. This product is specifically designed for floors, with the stapling flanges on the bottom side and the vapor retarder on the top side. It is stapled to floor joists in the same way as ordinary faced insulation is installed in ceilings and ensures insulation is up against the floor. If you're installing Comfort Therm to insulate floors, staple the flanges to the sides of the floor joists using the inset staple method. Split the poly wrap and insulation to fit around cross-bridging pieces. Also, be sure to tightly butt together the ends of the batts when more than one batt is needed. Unfaced batts may be used in most every location in a home. When used in interior walls, floors, and ceilings, the main purpose is usually sound control. In many parts of the country, builders also install unfaced insulation in exterior walls as well as attics, finished basements, knee walls, and cathedral ceilings. When used in building locations that back to spaces outside the thermal envelope, a separate polyfilm vapor retarder is needed in cold climates. Fitting unfaced insulation into wall cavities is done the same way as with faced insulation. It is important to make sure the fit is snug and the cavities are filled. Look over the work area to check that the insulation is complete, gap-free, and not compressed. Use scraps of unfaced insulation to fill in any gaps and cracks around windows and doors. Inspect your work. Make sure every area is insulated. Patch holes or tears in the facing. Clean up the work area and complete required paperwork.